Hi, I'm the Simple Car Guy, and in this video I will show you my top 7 useful features on this BMW X7. Alright, so let's start with number 1. There are 6 cameras on this car, 4 of which can actually be used as dash cameras, just like this one right here. But I just made a video on this feature, so I won't be talking about it here. Of course, if you'd like to learn more about it, click on this icon right here so you can watch the entire video. Number 2, the other 2 cameras are located here and here. The camera in the rearview mirror is strictly there to detect gesture control that almost everyone I know hates because it accidentally skips song as you are talking and waving your hands like I'm doing right now. The other camera that's right there is used to read the speed limit signs that are displayed in the instrument cluster or the heads-up display. It's also used for some intelligent safety features. Number 3, speaking of safety items, you wouldn't want your tailgate to hit the garage door, so you can actually adjust it to different heights, allowing it to open in smaller places, especially in low ceiling areas like, well, garages. Also helpful for shorter people when they need to reach the close button, which is located all the way up here. And now in the lowest setting. That's it. You can go as low as this or as high as we just had it. I don't know what you can actually do with the tailgate in this setting, but hey, if that works for you, that's great. And now for a more reasonable adjustment. So this is actually, you know, if you're 5'8" or 5'6" or something like that, this is perfect. So you're this height, you can easily reach the button and still get your stuff in and out. Number 4, in order to change the windshield wipers, you have to know a trick, or worse, read the manual for instructions. See, you can't easily lift this to change the wipers. Luckily, it's very simple. Jump in the car and hold the wiper stalk down for a few seconds and ta-da! Maintenance mode for your wipers. Number 5, speaking of maintenance mode, have you noticed how this car doesn't have accessory mode? Well, if you triple click on the start button just like this, very quickly though, it will go into Diagnostics Mode, which is basically accessory mode on all other cars. And yes, it will bonk at you a few times telling you that you are now in Diagnostics Mode. Moving on to number 6, did you know you can watch videos on this beautiful center display? All you really have to do is load up the videos on a USB stick just like this, plug it into center console USB port right here, and then you just go into the mass storage device and select the video you want to watch. I missed that car, and just look how good it looks. This wasn't really relevant before because the quality of the screens was really low and the resolution was really low, so it wasn't even worth loading up videos, but now it actually looks good. Lower in the center consoles, we have these memory buttons. What most people don't know about these is that they can be used for almost anything. It's not just for radio stations, as most people would suspect. I use these for all kinds of stuff, like shortcuts to adjust the bass or synchronize the HVAC temperature through all 5 zones in the car. So this one's going to be my synchronize button. If I press this, all the temperature in the entire vehicle is going to be now synced. There isn't a physical button for that. Or you can also add sports displays, whatever you want. Wait, that's already 7 items and we are only a few minutes into this video. Well, I guess we have to talk about the other 7 interesting features about this BMW X7. Let's start with my favorite, tap-to-downshift. What is that exactly? Well, imagine you're getting ready to overtake someone, but you know if you just floor it, it will take some time for the transmission to drop down a few gears and bring the engine into the power curve. So instead, what you do is tap on the accelerator pedal once or even twice, and the car will downshift and rev up the engine to match. Now, if you floor it, you'll have all the power right away. Love it. Another awesome feature I didn't think this big boat would actually have is launch control. Yes, it actually has launch control. To activate it, we have to hold the traction control button down until DSC off shows up on the dash, then put the car in sport mode. Next, with your left foot, hold the brake as hard as you can and then press and hold down the gas pedal past the resistance point at full throttle. You will then see this flex symbol displayed in the instrument cluster. That means the car is ready to be launched. Release the accelerator within 3 seconds and watch the car go. Is it great for the car? Probably not, but it sure is fun. And one thing to remember, that the car must be fully warmed up and have done at least 6 miles of uninterrupted driving before you can actually use launch control. If you're like me and like driving your car in manual or sport mode once in a while, When you're done, you don't have to move it back. All you really have to do is just press P, the park button, and it moves back on its own. Pretty cool, huh? There are also a few cool built-in features into the key fob. Of course, it can lower and raise the window, so if you hold the unlock button for a few seconds, all of the glass in the car starts to lower, including the sunroof. Or if you press and hold the lock button right here, it will do the opposite. It will fold in the mirrors and close all of the glass, all of the windows on the car. Pretty cool. Of course, this has some extra features that maybe not every other BMW has. So if you triple click the BMW button just like this, 3 times, in a few seconds, the car is going to start up. You see, there you go. The car starts up automatically using just the key. So you don't even have to log in on the app and do all of that other stuff. It just works from the key, which is really, really cool. Inside the key fob, we also have a physical key, which can be used to open the door. So if we remove this little plastic cover right here, we can use the physical key to open the car. But how do you remove it? There's no notches or anything. Well, there is a trick to it. So if you pull the handle just a little bit, you can stick your finger back in here and then push on this little cover, and then it comes out just like that. Of course, you can use maybe a credit card or something like that to take it out, but I would imagine you'll probably scratch it up. And then we can use the key, stick it in there, right? And we can lock the car, we can unlock the car, and also if you hold it for a few seconds in the unlock position, it will lower the windows as well. Now let's talk about the air suspension. They gave us plenty of options here as we have 5 different positions. But in reality, you only can drive in 2 of them at normal speeds. Race height settings are only for slow speed operations over snow or really bad terrain, and the car will automatically move back to the middle position over 25 miles an hour. It also does not allow you to drive in the lowest position where the car looks the coolest in my opinion, as that's mostly for loading and unloading. What's hidden about this? Well, you can disable the air suspension by holding this button up for 7 seconds until the LED goes out. Now you can do whatever you want, but of course at your own risk. The last 2 features are something I noticed right away, but didn't really use as they seemed overly complicated, and well, I can drive and park the car myself. These 2 features are the parking assist and the backup assistant. Parking assist helps you parallel park by finding a gap and then controlling the steering wheel for you. But there are plenty of videos about this online. The second one, the backup assistant, is kind of new to me, and what it does is it records the last 50 meters or like 165 feet of your driving, as long as it's under 22 miles an hour or 36 kilometers per hour, and can then reproduce that in reverse. So if you live down a very tight driveway, the car can back up for you with ease. This is also useful in tight parking situations or narrow alleys. How cool is that? If you have enjoyed this video and you own a BMW X5 or X6 or an X7 like this, why not check out one of these videos where I show you how to replace the filters and save a few $100s in the process. A very easy DIY job. Anyway, have you learned anything new about BMW's biggest SUV in this video? Do you know any more interesting facts or features that I haven't mentioned here? Let us know down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!